guys? It's Amber's Closet, and today we have a lot of stuff to do. First, I want to update you guys about the contest and say who won, and then I'm going to get into some other stuff, some shout outs, some good, bad, ugly, you know, all that stuff we're going to get into today. But first I want to say that, wow, so the contest was really hard to like pick 5 of you guys because there were so many good answers, and what it tells me is that you guys pay attention and you know a lot about me. So I can't decide, so what I did was take like 45 of you guys and put your names in a hat, and I'm just gonna pick it out. And you guys email me and let me know if you guys want to do like the Google Hangout chat with me live, or like you personally, or if you guys want a jiglet. So here we go. Annie Habu Kanan. Karma Fate. 3rd, Jasmine Vargas. 4th, Paula Alex. 5th, Pamela Arroyo. Okay, so those are the 5 right there. I'm gonna do one bonus. One bonus since there's so many names. Here we go. Lenita Weatherspoon. Alright, so those are the 6. So you guys email me, let me know what you guys want. First come, first serve, baby. Okay, the second thing is we're gonna do the Dollface Gangster shout out. And the first thing that I wanna do is give a shout out to the transgender couple that are getting ready to have a baby, and that's Nick and Bianca. I don't know if you guys have heard about them in the media. There's a lot of media kind of putting them down and some that are supporting them, but I definitely want to be the side of the support. And I guess it's really weird for people because both of them are transgendered, and the one that's the male in the relationship is having a baby. But at the end of the day, I think it's beautiful and I think we should all support them. The next one is I want to give a shout out to Miss Arcaz, aka Samantha, or Samantha aka Miss Arcaz, and she is one of my fellow YouTubers, and she is a blogger and things like that, but she sent me a vlogging camera that I've been using, and that's why my vlogs have been looking a lot better, and I just want to give her a shout out and tell her thank you. I really needed this, and I guess you knew that. Alright, next I just wanted to tell you guys that I will be in Atlanta at the end of this month for Queendom Atlanta, and I'm really excited. I will be hosting on Saturday. It's a day party from 3 to 8 p.m. at the Metro Fusion, and I will put more details below. So all you guys that I talked to in the live chat from Atlanta, and more of my fans from Atlanta, or whoever's going to be in Atlanta for Queendom, please be there. I'd like to meet all you guys. I feel like this video is going to be pretty emotional because I have a lot of emotional things to talk about. Like, one of them is that I've been really sad that Robin Williams passed away. Like, he was one of my favorites of all time. I grew up watching him, everything that he does, and I always talk about a few movies that he did in particular, like What Dreams May Come, and he's just amazing. He can be funny, goofy, serious, and do all these things, and it really hit me hard this week, so that's one thing. And then another emotional thing is Kiara and I watched The Real World of Mississippi the other night, and it was a lot to handle. I mean, there's parts in there that made me mad, it made me sad, it made me open my eyes to a lot of different things, and it showed me that certain parts of the South have not budged as far as supporting the LGBT community. But I did hear in there, because I always tell you guys that I feel like certain parts have changed, and there was one girl in particular in the show that did talk about how when she went to Texas, she felt more supported than when she was in Mississippi. And that's one thing that I did say before, how I felt in certain parts of Texas, they are more supportive in certain areas because the community is growing, and I feel like people are noticing that. But I don't know really what to say. I feel like certain topics in that show, it's hard for me to speak about because it does have a lot to do with religion, and I don't want to make anybody feel that, you know, that I'm putting down, you know, how they think or what they think or anything like that. But you guys definitely check it out, and then let me know in the comments below if you do kind of want to make that a subject in the future, and we can make that a video. Alright, you guys, so the next thing is I told you guys that I would answer some of your questions from your email, and today I'm going to do 2, but it seems like a lot of them are like the same reoccurring issues, and it's people that are like younger, and they're trying to figure out if their friend is gay, or they have a crush on their friend, or they want to know how to pick up girls because they can't tell if they're straight or not. So we're gonna get into that. So in the first scenario, basically she is saying that she is falling for her best friend, but her best friend has a boyfriend. And I'm not sure, she didn't make it clear in the email or not if she actually came out to her best friend. So that would be one thing. I went through this personally in high school, and I chose not to even tell my best friend or even pursue her in that way because I could tell that she liked boys. So what I would do is say the same thing with you guys. If you have come out to your best friend and she has said nothing, then that probably means there's nothing there. Now, if you haven't told her, then that would be something that you should definitely tell your best friend, and then from that you can engage in a conversation and find out more. But I wouldn't engage in it and like pursue it if you definitely feel like something or some chemistry is not there, or if they haven't said anything to you. So the other scenario that's pretty similar to this is that somebody is dating someone that is not out of the closet and is not even sure if she's gay. Now, this is a very sensitive subject, and I have also been in this situation. I want to say that I gave plenty of time to this person to come out. So I was very patient because I cared about the person and everything, and I felt like if our bond got stronger and she would see that I was supportive and grew to the point where she loved me so much that she wouldn't care what other people think, that's what my mindset was. Now, you can't make anybody feel that way. So we got to the point where our relationship was great. I felt like she loved me enough to come out, but it was still something holding her back. Now, these are things that sometimes you can't even change. There's a religious background that she had, there is guilt that she was holding, and she was scared to tell her family. At the end of the day, that's pretty much what separated us, because I was going in a different direction. I was happy with myself. I wanted everybody to know. And of course, I want everyone to know who I'm in a relationship with and who I love. So that ended up separating us, and probably for the best, because we're pretty good friends now. And this was when I was much younger. And so sometimes it just doesn't happen. You need to prepare yourself for that. So if you go and try to approach a girl that may be straight, or if you come out to somebody, you gotta always prepare yourself for the worst. And if they have a bad reaction or anything like that, or if they decide not to come out, you can't allow that to bring you down and be sad. You gotta just prepare yourself for that. So that would be the best advice that I would give, is that, you know, you give somebody a good amount of time, then enough time that you need to maybe be more comfortable with coming out. If not, then that just might not be where you want to be, especially if you're a person that's way out of the closet. Alright, so I hope some of that advice helped. That's pretty much the generic advice that I can give you guys without knowing you guys personally and knowing all your business. You feel me? Kiera says hi. Say hi, Kiera.
Hi, Kiera.
Say hi, Dollface Gangsters.
Hi, Dollface Gangsters.
Alright, you guys, that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, peace.
That's pretty. I like it.
You like that? Tuck it up a little bit. I think it is a sin for a woman to try to make herself look like a man.
Here, try these earrings with it.
I see Renee changing a little bit at a time. I think she will be a better person and will not be in hell if she continues to straighten her life up.
Ooh-wee, I don't know about that one. That's how I know I'm a changed person.
As you go, it will get better.
You think?
Yes, you'll get used to the girly things.
I really like this.
That's pretty.
That's really good. I would love to be able to find a person for Renee to fall in love with. A man could give Renee the real love that she deserves.